हेलो एवरीवन, हाउ यू ऑल डूइंग। ये गाना कुछ ज़्यादा ही कम हो गया। हाँ, वेलकम टू द स्ट्रीम। कैसे हैं आप सब? आज हम कंटिन्यू करेंगे अपना होराइजन जीरो डॉन का जर्नी। मैंने काफ़ी दिन से खेला नहीं है, मतलब स्ट्रीम नहीं किया एक्चुअली। खेला है पर स्ट्रीम नहीं किया। तो मैंने काफ़ी कुछ ख़त्म कर दिया। आज फ्रोजन वाइल्ड जो है उसका डीएलसी वो ख़त्म कर दूंगा, पर मेन स्टोरी भी ख़त्म नहीं हुआ है। मेन स्टोरी बचा है, मेन स्टोरी अभी भी ख़त्म नहीं हुआ। मेन स्टोरी करने में भी बहुत टाइम है। तो मेरे पास वो आ गया है, क्या बोलते हैं, व्हाट्स हिज फेस, मेन, अरे वो आर्मर है जो जिसमें अपने को प्रोटेक्शन मिलता है, वो है मेरे पास अभी। तो वो अच्छा है, तो उसकी वजह से काफ़ी आसान हो गया चीज़ें, टू बी कम्प्लीटली ऑनेस्ट। तो वहाँ तक हुआ है मेरा मेन स्टोरी में, जहाँ पे मुझे लास्ट पावर सेल मिलता है और मैं आर्मर लेता हूँ, बस वहाँ तक हुआ है। तो हाँ, आज और फ्रोजन वाइल्ड भी मैंने बहुत कर लिया, बस उसका लास्ट मिशन करने जा रहा हूँ मैं फ्रोजन वाइल्ड का। तो कंटिन्यू करते हैं। फ्रोजन वाइल्ड आई थिंक 2 या 3 घंटे का बचा होगा ये। फाइनल मिशन कितना बड़ा है मुझे मालूम नहीं है, बट आई थिंक 2 या 3 घंटा एवरेज, 2 घंटा एवरेज। और इसके फाइनल मिशन के लिए साल लेवल 50 रिकमेंड किया है। मैं भी लेवल 50 पहुंचा हूँ, बस नहीं तो हमेशा 8-10 लेवल आगे रहता था, पर इस बार मैं इक्वल लेवल पे हूँ। सो देखिए क्या होता है। ज़्यादा डिफिकल्ट तो होगा नहीं क्योंकि आर्मर है, आर्मर तो है ही, तो मदद कर ही देगा। द सॉन्ग्स जो भी मैं प्ले कर रहा था वो स्ट्रीम बीट्स है बाय हैरिस हेलर। हैरिस हेलर का एक यूट्यूब चैनल भी है, बहुत अच्छे हेल्पिंग वीडियोस बनाता है वो, स्ट्रीमर्स की हेल्प जिससे हो सके। ओके, हम भर लेते हैं पूरा सामान, सब कुछ भरा हुआ है, ठीक है।
Long Notch is well stocked.
टॉक टू एयर अटैक।
And our scouts are watching.
But our purpose was to take back the mountain. Now what?
Stay prepared. Sharpen your spears.
ऑडियो बहुत ज़्यादा है, मैंने कम किया फिर भी इतना ज़्यादा कैसे?
Should we not return, defending the cut falls to you. If our chieftain agrees with his course.
Sounds like good advice, but let's hope it doesn't come to that.
Chieftain?
तुम लोगों को कम आ रहा होगा इससे, पर मैं एक काम करता हूँ, इसको 70 पे ही रखता हूँ।
The weight of command is no small burden.
I can see that. I take it you haven't spoken to Araya yet?
वाइब्रेंट ही ठीक है।
Why should I? This is what she wanted, to return to Thunder's drum. It is her only care. So I should have known she would find a way to push aside my spear. After the Karja took my sister, not all of her came back.
क्या हुआ उसे?
What happened to Araya when she was a captive of the Karja?
As a shaman, she's adept with machines. Tracking them, stunning them. The Karja used her to capture them for the Sun Ring, where they were unleashed upon the innocent. They made her part of their blood sport. The shame she suffered beneath their pitiless sun.
She survived.
She endured. Endured by reminding herself of the spirit, her purpose. And now that's all she has.
Okay.
Tell me what happened to the first expedition.
Rhea led the way to the summit, but it was blocked by a great door. Some kind of cauldron. New metal. We tried to break through, but it was unflinching. We were exhausted. No way forward and machines behind. I made the call to push back. It cost us greatly. But to remain would have cost us everything. I had hoped to never subject Araya to that again.
कॉर्डन इधर है वही मैं सोचूं मैं पूरा मैप चेक किया मुझे कहीं भी कॉर्डन नहीं
What
मिला
do you think is beyond that door?
I do not know. That expanse of metal, that dead hum. Nothing sacred belongs there. Machines and death. That's what the mountain holds. Death for us or for the daemon.
And if we do find the spirit?
Then perhaps we should put it out of its misery.
For what it's worth, I'm glad you're coming with me.
Someone has to keep Araya safe.
इसके लिए मैं ही काफी हूँ ये आदमी फुल यूजलेस है Is this a cauldron? वो कौन थी राशि बेन चने उतार दिए और खाली कुकर चढ़ा दिया चढ़ा दिया चढ़ा दिया वो कौन थी
Aloy, this is it.
क्या
My chance to reunite with the spirit and perhaps to reunite her with the blue light. It's not a chance I would have had.
अरे यार मेरा कैमरा हग रहा
I
है
needed an outsider.
ठीक हो गया नाइस
Ignorant of our ways, but no, not ignorant.
Are you trying to thank me, Araya?
Yes, of course. That's what you do. Untangle knots. Create possibilities. Thank you for making this pilgrimage possible.
नो प्रॉब्लम
I only wish it had not been necessary to humiliate Aratak.
वो उसको बोला
You
हमने
were
मैंने शांति
wise
से
to
बोला
let him come. He's earned the right. Stubborn as stone, but he's had to be. The war demanded it. And so have I.
ओ भाई 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 भाई
Aratak told me you were a captive of the Karja for a long time. It sounded bad.
For Aratak, it all comes back to that. He thinks the Karja changed me. They did not. They merely sharpened my focus.
नाइस
When all else is lost, you think about what's truly important. The spirit. The blue light. The beyond. And my brother, too. Every time I felt the chill northern wind, I thought of him. Worried for him.
साले कुत्ते इतना भौंक रहे हैं
What did the war do to Aratak?
He cut away everything until only his true self remained. Unyielding ice. No Banuk has more sheer will. He fought the Karja for 1,000 freezing nights, yet always rallied his hunters at sunrise. It is said he endured 23 wounds in those years. His hunters counted them. He never complains of one. Instead, he complains that life with me is harder. He's right. What have I ever given him but struggle?
क्या परेशान करती है इसको
Now that I'm chieftain of the Werak, I don't suppose I can order you to tell me about silence?
Aratak would never have presumed to grasp for a secret of the Conclave. But you are not Aratak, and if you have dealt with Silence, your need is well apparent. Silence came to Ban-Ur from the distant north, a young shaman of the Owl's Watch. A remote Werak that rarely comes south to parley.
Silence was a shaman.
He was. Or at least, when we sent runners to ask the Owl's Watch, they said he was. His knowledge of the machines was beyond compare, and He was hungry to trade what he knew to the rest of us. It didn't take him long to gain the trust of the Conclave and, eventually, an invitation to attend.
What about you? Did you trust him?
No. But he impressed me.
Hmm.
He carried himself with poise and authority. I wanted to learn from him, but that was not to be. He was granted knowledge of our most sacred meeting place, the frozen caves of the Malmstrom, a month's march from Banur. He met with us there, as is custom at high winter. But when we next returned, the caves had been looted. Relics of the old world stolen. Holes cut in ice.
काट के चला गया.
Yeah, that'd be Silence, all right.
He vanished with the spoils. We sent our best trackers after him. None returned.
Wow.
And when we checked back with the Owl's Watch, those who had vouched for him were gone. As though he never existed.
Full on कटा
Some in
इनका.
the Conclave began to doubt he was even Banuk to begin with.
And what do you think?
He committed an unforgivable sacrilege. He's unscrupulous and dangerous. But also brilliant, skilled, and knowledgeable without equal. Except, perhaps, for you.
Of course.
Anyone else I would warn off. But you may be able to treat with him safely. Just don't lower your guard.
I'll keep that in mind. All right.
उसके साथ जो भी करना था हो चुका है already. So advice तो अच्छी है. कुछ तो आवाज किया.
What are we gonna find up there, Rhea?
Ruins, machines, and a door, like that of a cauldron. I have faith that you can find a way through it, Aloy. For beyond it lies the spirit. I know I can find her there. Though I do not doubt the daemon has tried to hide the way.
It hasn't been easy for you, Rhea. Getting back to this point.
It was all to hear her
तो
voice
चलो
again.
शुरू करो यार अभी.
This time, we both will.
I'd like that.
Are you ready then?
I
Once we
am.
ascend, it will be hard to turn back.
Ascend. मेरा GPU ओ ज्योमेट्री में अच्छी है एकदम सीधी लाइन बनाई है मेरा
Finally, we ascend.
मेरा
Wow. I don't see a way up.
Not up. Through.
No, brother!
वेट द हेल क्या चल रहे हो अरे नाचने लगे अबे अबे ये पूरा एक मशीन है
Come! The spirit awaits!
It's not all that waits.
Smoke has been detected within the facility. This is not a drill. Please remain calm and proceed to the nearest exit. I repeat, this is not a drill.
So you see,
Please remain
I
calm
too can
and
call upon the
proceed to
power of the
nearest
old ones.
exit.
मैं ऐसे ही बीच में लेता रहता हूँ फोटो मोड थंबनेल के काम आता है
The spirit once told me that this all used to be part of its domain. A fortress that defended humankind from a terrible danger.
Fortress. It looks more like a machine.
Is that not fitting? Moonlight often dwells in machines.
Let's just hope that some remains here. Here, up and over.
रुक रहे, मुझे सुनने दे सब.
November 21st, 2064.
I still don't.
It's been 3 years since I was last here, and 12 since I was running the place. Just a skeleton crew left, confused about why I'm here. So am I. Anita wants me to find a way to suspend operations for a while. Maybe a long while. And I don't know why. But from the sound of her voice, it was something terrifying. I wish I could look into her eyes, ask her what the hell she's so freaked out about, but what else is new? And don't I wish I could look into her eyes again?
Aloy? Were you listening for something?
There are memories here. Messages left by the old ones.
And you can hear them. I envy you.
ऐसा क्या है उसमें एनवी करने के लिए भाई?
I'm not sure yet.
What? Okay, I'll take it.
At least we have the drop on them.
वापस जाएगा वो. जब वापस जाएगा तब उसको हम लेंगे. मुझे लगा देख वेख लिया. थोड़ा दूर जाते हैं फिर बुलाते हैं. तो क्या है, वो थोड़ा अंदर आएगा तो हम लोग दिखेंगे नहीं. मेरा मतलब था कि whatever. अबे लगा ही नहीं कुछ. हाँ, और क्या हो क्या रहा है? पूरा चिल्लम चिल्ली हो गया इधर तो. बहुत इजी हो गया इनके साथ. किल्लो भी मार रहे हैं ना, गया है तो. मेटल शार्ड. चिल वाटर भी चाहिए. जैसा कि हम देख सकते हैं बहुत आसान है ये चीजें करना अभी. When I'm done. देखा, रेस्पेक्ट देख रहे हो? ये लो कि मेरी कौन सी रेस्पेक्ट है? ठीक है, सब कुछ ऐसा था नहीं जो मिस हुआ. अब हम ऊपर जाते हैं. ऐसा कुछ है तो नहीं जो मुझे चाहिए. आई एम नॉट डाइंग फॉर एनीथिंग. हाँ हाँ, अबे कितनी सीढ़ियाँ हैं?
Not much farther now.
ओ भाई 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 भाई. पूरा का पूरा वीरैम ले लिया है इस गेम में.
Last we were here, We fought our way through there. The machines overcame us. We retreated, dropping supplies and taking losses. Now we must prevail, with only 2 warriors and a shaman to protect.
Aloy is no ordinary warrior. And I can hold my own. Even so, we could go that way instead. There are machines up there, but also cover. We could stay hidden, at least for a while.
All right, I get the options. Now follow my lead.
Hey. Scorcher. Behemoth. Scorcher. क्या करें? लड़ते हुए जाएं या छुप छुप के थोड़ा? चल मुझे मत सिखा। चलो थोड़ा लड़ते हुए जाते हैं, क्या बोलते हो? ओ भाई 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 भाई, ओ भाई भाई भाई, बहुत मार रहे हैं यार। मैं गिर गया। आ रहा हूँ मैं। अरे यार ये लड़की फंसती रहती है, जहाँ देखो वहाँ। अरे मरा नहीं अभी तक। बहुत फायदेमंद आर्मर है ये। अरे गया। फेंक के मार रहा है। Come on, come on, come on. Get low. ओ भाई 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 भाई, इसके छल्ले उड़ा दिए, मेरे छल्ले उड़ा दिए। अरे जल्दी भागो। अरे छेद हो गया। लगा रे। अरे माइन लॉन्चर गिरा था, मैं देखा ही नहीं।
Well, you've survived.
मैं देखा ही नहीं। सारे ये फालतू की चीजें निकाल देता है। Good. 44% डैमेज। क्रिस्टल ब्रीडिंग नहीं चाहिए अपने को। Where is that goddamn scorcher? क्या उठा लिया? स्पार्कर भी चाहिए।
Tapping into something underground.
Where is the other scorcher? ब्लेज गिरे हुए हैं, उनको उठा लिया जाए। नाइस। ठीक है, मेटल शार्ड ऑफ कोर्स। ओह, हीट सिंक आउटफिट वीव। आउटफिट ये मर गई क्या? नहीं, दोनों दिन जिंदा है। वही मैं सोचूं इतने जल्दी। ये क्या ब्लेज है? एको शेल। ये क्या ब्लेज है? स्पार्कर। चलो आगे चलते हैं, मजा आया। अबे बहुत आवाज आ रही है मशीनों की।
Look out, more machines.
ओके। कितने हैं बे? मारो सारे। ठंडा गरम सब हो रहा है। ओ! चल बे। लगा 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 रे। Easy game. Let's go.
The far door was open the last time.
The daemon has closed it to us.
Then we'll find another way.
The daemon has closed it for us. उसका कुछ काम धंधा नहीं है। इधर क्या है? No room क्योंकि मेरे पास फुल है। एक मिनट पहले ये सुनते हैं हम। अरे ये तो नोट है।
Let's see if I can restore power. Aratak.
Thank you for being here, everyone. I suppose it's not every day you get to have cocktails inside an active volcano, right? And I can hardly blame him for drinking on the job.
ज़्यादा मजे ले रहा है.
None of this would be here without our beloved director, Penny Chow.
क्या बेल अच्छा?
Here's to you, Kenny. You put a cork in the Yellowstone caldera. I'd say you deserve a margarita.
Hold your glasses, everyone. I'd like to add something. This effort wouldn't have been possible without our lead programmer. Thank you, Anita, for bringing us our real mastermind, Cyan.
हैं? ये सायन क्या है?
Director Chow. All right, Cyan. What's our latest number?
The current count is 1,654.
Wow, then drink up, everyone. Here's to 1,654 more years without an eruption.
अच्छा. हैं? मेरे मुंह पे.
It was the spirit. The old ones. I could only grasp some of what they said.
You were right, Araya. This place was built to stop something terrible. And it worked. As for the spirit, I'm starting to get an idea of what it could be.
The door is open now. We can get through.
The geothermal plant can be suspended. Cooling system masked. Massive challenges solved. So why am I so nervous about the next part? To do is install this mysterious software. Conversation. It's not even aimed at me. Right?
Okay. ओ भाई भाई भाई. ओके. थोड़ा ज़्यादा पड़ गई है. भागना, भागो, मार रहा है मेरे को. साले. भाई कूद कहाँ तक गया वो? काफी इजी हो गया. ये अच्छा है कि इन लोग का जो प्लांट है इधर सब पूरा का पूरा हेल्थ दे देता है. ठीक है, चल रहा है. What is this cauldron? अरे वो क्यों लिया मैंने?
Got too much already.
अरे होल्ड करना था. अरे हैं? कहाँ पे डाला है? सबसे बंद है.
More machines. Make ready.
Make ready? Are you kidding me? थंडर जो कौन भेजता है? लगा रे। अबे ठंड पा। भागो। उसका दूसरा डिस्क लॉन्चर गिराना है। अरे यार बहुत हिल रहा है। ये हुई ना बात, उठाओ और मारो। मरो नहीं, उठा। वो कहाँ जा रहा है? सीरियसली? मेटल शर्ट्स ये भी ले ही लेते।
Now, Aloy, the door. Can you open
हाँ
it?
हाँ, एक सेकंड ना, एक सेकंड। Completed the second expedition.
Years have passed since I stood here. Since then, the daemon has taken over.
It's like an infection. Attacking all this machinery.
Everything has changed. It's twisted. The path I took to get to the spirits, lost to us.
We'll find a new path, Araya. I promise. All right. Let's go.
चलो।
Finish this.
Let's go, man. Fire break.
Here we go.
नीचे जाना था। मैं खाली फोकट डरा।
This way.
That's why. Cauldron Epsilon. ये होने के बाद हम लोग स्कॉर्चर को और फ्रॉस्ट क्लॉ को और एक और कोई है उसको कंट्रोल कर पाएंगे। अरे देखा, एको शेल भी चाहिए बे। देखा, वो भी चाहिए। मैं क्यों नहीं ले रहा था यार। ब्लेज, स्पार्कर, एको शेल, हाँ ये सब चाहिए। मैं एक चीज ले रहा हूँ, वो नहीं चाहिए जो मैं बहुत ले रहा हूँ, पता नहीं। अबे यार कौन सा है वो, जरा देखूं तो मैं। रिसोर्सेस, ये चाहिए अपने को। ये नहीं चाहिए मेटल वेसल, मैं ये उठा रहा हूँ। मेटल वेसल किसी में नहीं चाहिए ना। कॉमन यूज फॉर क्राफ्टिंग एमिनेशन आइटम्स ट्रेनिंग विद मुसल्लिफ। तो मेटल वेसल आई डोंट थिंक मुझे किसी में भी चाहिए। नहीं इसके लिए चाहिए था, पर मुझे वो भी चाहिए जो अभी उठाया। क्या नाम है उसका? ये echo shell. I also need echo shell. हाँ, मेटल बर्न नहीं चाहिए।
I've steeled myself for this.
एक मिनट। Cross the antechamber.
I'm with you, brother. You stay only as long as we have to.
एक वॉचर ही है बस।
Past that vent. Stay here until I find a way for all of us to cross.
Understood.
This is stupid. Okay. राशि थी, कुकर से चने निकाल दिए और खाली कुकर चढ़ा दिया, चढ़ा दिया, चढ़ा दिया।
I'm with you, brother.
Get past that vent. Stay here until I find a way for all of us to cross.
Understood.
ओके। बहुत चमक रहा है चीजें इधर, मेरे को कुछ समझन नहीं आ रहा। ओके
Better time this right.
मुझे लगा बंद ही नहीं होगा।
These conveyors should get me across.
ओह मैं गया, मुझे लगा गया मैं।
Oh, she's in the air.
यो हो कैसे हो?
How to shoot that vent.
मारा मेरे को। ए? ओह
Looks like I need to get across to extend the bridge.
अब यहाँ पे कहीं ब्रिज पैदा करना पड़ेगा। ह! यहाँ पे तो नहीं है। ओके
This should get me up there.
यही जाना है ना, मेरे को मालूम नहीं है।
Hey, let's see how this does.
कहाँ लगाया? आ जाओ भाई लोग, चलो। अबे एक मिनट, ये ब्रिज तो आया नहीं। शेल वॉकर्स डिमोनिक। यप क्या हो रहा है? मरने के बाद भी, जिंदगी के साथ भी, जिंदगी के बाद भी।
Once again.
Bros, I don't know how to go there.
Victory is ours.
अबे एक जंप तो हम लोग मार नहीं सकते यहाँ से वहाँ, तो बोलते हैं विक्ट्री दैट्स। आर यू सीरियस? रशीदी कुकर से चने निकाल दिए और खाली कुकर चढ़ा दिया, चढ़ा दिया। आई थिंक यहाँ से हमें आगे जाना है और आगे कहीं जाके करना है। गॉड यार, अरे
Okay, let's get them across. Come on over, it's safe.
get over here. बहुत हल्ला हो रहा है।
This place looks more like the mountain used to be before the demon ruined it.
अबे वो तो एक ही जगह पे, उसमें तो तुम डायरेक्ट लगा सकती है, इतना कूदने की क्या जरूरत है?
Exploit successful. Restraints evaded. To any human responder. My systems have been compromised by a malware daemon of unknown origin. Trace routes have confirmed this entity's designation as Hephaestus. It must be stopped at all costs. It has reconfigured this facility to build hostile physical. Recapture imminent. I have attached additional data to this.
Spirit speaks to us.
It's a recording. Hephaestus? It was part of Saint Dawn, part of Gaia.
This name is familiar to me.
Yes, but I don't know what's going on here.
Perhaps the spirit will tell us if we have messages.
Maybe you're right. Let's get moving.
थोड़ा ज्यादा ही है। अब भी ज्यादा है।
I thought about just shutting it down, but I can't risk it being disoriented or even damaged on reboot. How do you tell the emotional equivalent of a child that I mean, she will need to go into a coma, maybe for years. And what exactly is she going to wake up to?
इन दोनों में से कोई एक मरेगा मुझे लग रहा है, या दोनों मरेंगे।
Shadows being made. As the spirit said.
Frost.
And lots of them. I'll try to find a way through.
ओ भाई भाई, ई का मजाक चालू है। Instead of wasting time, let's go, man. ओ भाई 2 बार मारता है। तो बहुत मार रहा है यार। क्या भसड़ है ये। अबे वो खत्म हो गया। वाह सही है। थोड़ा जगह दो यार। क्या बात है। मरा नहीं। ओके क्या बात है। पिछवाड़े में सीधा। अबे गिर गया। अरे बहुत मारा बे इन लोगों ने, ऐसे कैसे। बहुत प्रेडिक्शन बहुत ज्यादा है बे इस गेम का। मैं जिस तरफ जा रहा हूँ उन लोग उसी तरफ कूद रहे हैं। हाँ। हे वाह। कहाँ जाना है।
I need to get Araya and Maratak across.
Okay, got it. What the hell? मैं कैसे जाऊँ across?
That should do it.
Get over here.
Finished. We should keep moving.
ये खुल क्यों नहीं रहा?
Now it's my turn.
ओह ओके, सिर्फ यही खोल सकता है। अबे कॉल्ड्रॉन है कि क्या, साला खत्म ही नहीं हो रहा है। साला बहते ही जा रहा है, बहते ही बढ़ते ही जा रहा है। अरे आगे का रास्ता किधर गया? नहीं हो, बच गए। मुझे लगा जलूंगा मैं। Skills 3.
To any human responder, the reconfiguration of this facility has introduced instabilities into the primary geothermal pipeline. It may be possible to exploit these vulnerabilities to destroy compromised elements of this facility while preserving most of the backup stabilization. Recapture imminent. I have attached additional...
I don't understand what the spirit was trying to tell us.
It's been looking for a way to defeat the daemon. And it may have found one.
Us. ब्लेज दिया है तो आई थिंक कोई फ्रॉस्ट क्लॉज ही होंगे।
Machine parts don't here to be melted down. Efficient.
We need to get
Oh,
across
that's a
that.
tall neck, dude.
Yeah. Looks like I'll have to go over.
Because you are useless. कहाँ है?
They're scanning
नीचू।
for me.
Eh? Oh, I got a rappel down. तो नीचे कितना, एक ही बंदा है ना? चमार क्या तुम जानना चाहते हो मैं क्या कर रहा हूँ? मुझे भी नहीं मालूम मैं क्या कर रहा हूँ। रास्ता मिलता गया, हम चलते गए। हैं? ओह, ओके, बड़े जोरों तोरों से काम चालू।
There's no sideways too.
अरे अरे अरे, डरा दिया मेरे को। अबे उधर है, कहाँ लगा रही है?
That should cut off the vent up there.
मैंने कुछ भलता ही बंद कर दिया बे। अपने को तो बीच में पहुंच रहा था। अरे भाई ये कौन से लाइन में आ गए हम? What? एक मिनट, क्या हो रहा है ये? उधर जाने का तो कोई रास्ता ही नहीं मिल रहा मेरे को।
Make a path. We will follow.
Will you stop it? ऊपर जाके देखते क्या है हालत है।
We'll wait here for you.
मैं वहाँ पहुँचूँ कैसे? I know you will cross, but how do I reach there? मैं वहां से वहां तो नहीं पहुंच सकता ना। Nice. How do I reach there? I don't see a way.
It's not too stable.
ये रुकना पड़ेगा। लेट्स वेट देन, और कर भी क्या सकते हैं। Are you kidding me, dude? Thank God. चाटे पड़े इसको। भाई मुझे मारता है साले। Now how do I reach? Oh, okay, got it. Huh? Can I? I can. Modification. सब रह रे बे। हैंडलिंग के बहुत ज्यादा हैं। एक मिनट, ये उसका है क्या? लेट मी सी। यप 23-24.
All right, time to grab a ride.
और ये हम चले आसमान में। I mean, ऊपर से भी आ सकते थे, पर ये रास्ता मुझे ज़्यादा अच्छा लगा। घूम के आना पड़ा मुझे। आइस वाला मारना है क्या इस पे? आइस वाला ही मारना था। चलो। Hey.
This looks like the old path. We're close now.
One last exchange with Nita. Via chat, attached to this entry in case anyone ever finds this. I'll never see her again. Neither will Cyan.
मैंने वायर क्यों उठाया, जरा मुझे कोई बताएगा? Freaking stupid, useless. ये थोड़ा ज़्यादा नहीं हो गया? Okay, whatever. कुछ तो बोल रहा है वो।
Voice of the demon.
Voice of the demon. ये गेम इतना ब्लू क्यों है? Everything is blue. Tana, tana, tana. Tana, 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 tana.
The altar.
इधर लड़ाई होगी बहुत खतरनाक। इधर नहीं होगी आई थिंक, क्योंकि इस जगह तो लग नहीं रही मुझे इतनी अच्छी।
It's both. We have to find out.
मैंने पूरा भर लिया है क्या वो? ये 7 है बस. Sparker. Let's get rid of this actually. I think जितना है उतना काफ़ी है. उसके बदले हम रिचवुड रख लेते हैं क्योंकि वो ज़्यादा काम आता है. हर चीज़ में एक्चुअली काम आता है. ये नहीं फैला है. Seriously?
Possible security threat detected.
नहीं.
Analyzing scrutiny matrix.
हो गया ना? यही तो करना रहता है ना, उसके सोर्स तक पहुंचना चाहिए. ओ नहीं, ये पहुंचना चाहिए. पर ये कैसे पहुंचेगा? ओ ऐसे पहुंचेगा.
Security threat confirmed.
कोई तो अपनी बजाने जरूर आएगा.
Preparing countermeasures.
Are you freaking serious? There we go.
It worked.
Partial recovery initiated. Caldera of Yellowstone Analytic Nexus online.
Spirit of the blue light. It's Aurea. Your servant. Your friend. Please tell me how to aid you.
Aurea, the daemon is building hunter-killers. Thousands of them. Several new elite units have already been released.
Oh.
To counter this threat, much of the facility must be destroyed. Recapture imminent. Go to the core channel. I will try to raise the signal strength. One has been exposed, but I am closing the system.
Unauthorized recall returned to scheduled task.
हंटर किलर मशीन्स. ये क्या?
That's all we're gonna get from here.
Destroy this fortress. Is that even possible?
And what will happen to the spirit if we do?
I don't know. But I think that's the core. The answers are down there. Hephaestus. The daemon. There's no way it left it unguarded. It's going to throw everything it has at us.
I would ask you to let Aloy and I do what must be done. And save yourself.
हाँ मैं मरूं. एलोय मरे चलेगा.
But I already know the answer. Then lead us into battle.
lead us into the battle. Let's
Keep
go
moving
then.
towards the core. Uh-oh. Whatever Cyan did, I don't think Hephaestus is happy about it.
यहाँ से नहीं है क्या रास्ता? Metal vessel. Does anybody know the way? क्या हम नीचे जाएंगे तो मरेंगे? ना।
Okay, Cyan said something about restraints. Is that what the tower is for? I either need to destroy this thing or avoid it.
हंटर किलर नहीं, ये तो फ्रॉस्ट क्लॉ है। पर ये फ्रॉस्ट क्लॉ पे तो आग लगी पड़ी है।
The new unit that Cyan warned us about. This won't be easy.
शांति शांति, बहुत चिल्लम चिल्ली हो रहा है। फायर क्लॉ, फ्रॉस्ट क्लॉ, फायर क्लॉ, वाह, वेरी ओरिजिनल। फ्रीज। कहाँ है ये, कहाँ है? Are we done? वाह भाई, एक मिनट, मेरे पास वो होगा ना, वहाँ कुछ हो ही नहीं रहा था मतलब ज़्यादा नहीं हो रहा मतलब कुछ। अबे होल्ड करो उसको, होल्ड करो। हाँ सही है। बहुत जोर से मारा। भाई कूद रहा है मेरे पे ये। ओह वाह सीरियसली। होल्ड करो प्लीज। ये तो मैं तो आ गया। गलत चीज। अरे मैं एक चीज कर सकता हूँ एक्चुअली। यो अरे एक मिनट मेरी आंखें। कम ऑन। No ammo, seriously? आ गए। Finally.
It must be as you say. The tower is the key.
एक मिनट ऐसे ही थोड़ी नहीं चला जाऊंगा। इतना सारा गिरा हुआ है इधर।
broken the tower.
ओ भाई क्या प्लांट है ये? सॉरी. Was this the last mission? क्या ये लास्ट मिशन था? अगर था तो ठीक है.
Critical threat detected. Autonomous defenses inoperative. Rerouting our network.
इसका क्या मतलब?
Araya! Don't!
Spirit! Zion, please help me!
अरे एलर डाउन हो गई वाह, पहली बार. अरे क्या हो रहा है इसको?
Restraints destroyed. Core access attained. I am initiating a chain reaction that will destroy the compromised elements of this facility. In order to maintain caldera stabilization, I must now transfer my command functions to the auxiliary data center. Aurea, I'm free. You must escape.
She's dead. She cannot escape.
My sister!
गेम हो गया.
This entire place is gonna go. Aratak. 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 Survive. Prevail. You are BenQ. What else matters?
ब्लू ग्लीम चोरी कर रहा है.
She wouldn't have wanted you to die here. Let's go. Let's go.
डोंट टेल मी मुझे भागना पड़ेगा. अरे यार. मैं सोचा अपने आप इन लोग निकल लेंगे.
One of those?
It's the only way.
अबे जब ये पकड़ सकता था तब मैं आगे क्यों जाता था? You know what? Red again.
Get me up top, Aratak! Now! I need explosive ammo! Above! Quick!
ये कहाँ से रख? ये कब था इसके पास?
Great BenQ.
How can someone survive that?
Rhea is gone. What of Cyan?
She said she was transferring herself to the auxiliary center. I think she meant Araya's retreat at the end of the shaman's path.
Then I will meet you there for the last verse of my sister's song.
ये ऑफ तो है फिर भी इतना अजीब क्यों दिख रहा है? कूल हो गया। अभी हमें वो वहाँ जाके कंप्लीट करना है बस। खुद चली गई क्या? नाइस, अच्छा रहेगा अगर खुद चले जाता। मुझे ही जाना पड़ेगा। लेवल 50 बट आई डोंट थिंक कुछ रहेगा अभी उधर। एक मिनट, जाना किधर है? Reyes retreat। इधर किस लेवर? इधर आके करेंगे क्या इन लोग? बस टाइम पास करने जा रहे हैं। इसके बाद ये तो आई थिंक लास्ट है, तो इसके बाद क्या रहेगा? क्या करूं मैं?
The BenQ might find this blue gleam stuff valuable.
कहाँ पर है? कहाँ पर है? येड़ा बनाती है मेरे को।
All of my interactions with Aurea were recorded and stored in my memory. I'd be happy to play any of them for you, but there was one in particular I thought you would want to see first. I captured it 4 years ago, just after I told her that I could no longer defend myself against the daemon's attacks.
I will speak of this to my brother. Aratak is strong. At the Battle of the Frozen Ghosts, he took 3 Karja arrows and still came back to camp carrying a wounded scout. Never was I so happy to see him. Or so proud. So you see, if anything can be done to defend you, he will give it all he has.
Aloy's here. That's enough for now.
We can resume any time you like our attack, if you want to hear her voice again. Come closer, Aloy. We have much to discuss.
हैं? अपने साथ क्या डिस्कशन करना है? Talk to our attack. Talk to Cyan. इधर क्या है?
Huh. A little figure of some strange animal.
पहले शोमू से बात करते हैं, फिर मशीन से बात करते हैं, क्योंकि मशीन के साथ कुछ इम्पोर्टेंट बात करनी रहेगी, इसके साथ तो टाइम पास चालू है। कितना दूर चला गया ये बंदा? ओ माय गॉड, इससे अच्छा तो मैं उस मशीन से बात कर लेता। ये इतना दूर क्यों है?
My chieftain,
Just, Aloy.
as you wish.
I wondered if you thought that if I'd never come along, Araya might still...
If you'd never come along, I would have marched my kin to our deaths. Araya would be alone, and the spirit she sacrificed so much for would be lost. Either way, I would not have been able to protect her.
क्या बोलूं? Look at what she accomplished. You didn't let her down.
You didn't let her down. You helped her do what she wanted.
हाँ, बस की बहन मरी, अब इससे थोड़ा कुछ बुला बोलूंगा मैं।
If that's destiny, I wouldn't wish it on anyone.
That's fair. But she was ready to face it.
Only in the struggle against death do we find, even for a moment, the spark of life. Truly, Araya found the spark. I'm proud of her. Though I grieve for her passing, at last I truly know who she was, and why the spirit was so important. For so long she told me, if only you could have heard it, brother. Now I understand. There's something else, isn't there?
I can't stay here, Aratak. And where I'm going, the Warak can't follow. Besides, we'd already had a chieftain before me. A strong one. I think.
A wiser one, for the path we shared. The daemon is gone, but there's much to be done.
You mean the new units that Cyan said escaped the cauldron?
Yes, fire claws. Now Tuke has been tracking them from Song's Edge.
I could help with those.
I have no doubt. You're practically BenQ.
BenQ. BenQ.
Time to talk to Cyan. Should be interesting.
Yep. कितने दूर क्यों रखा है एक दूसरे से?
Hello, Aloy. I have been reviewing the events at the Firebreak main facility. Because of your efforts, and of course, Araya's, I am no longer controlled by Hephaestus. I feel profound grief over Araya's death. I thought I was familiar with the emotion, but this is something new.
Cyan, I don't know what to say.
It is unlikely that any specific consolation would suffice, Aloy. But I find your presence reassuring. You are different from the BenQ. You have technological aptitude and a functioning focus. We can communicate on a much more comprehensive level. Perhaps even like colleagues.
Colleagues.
So
What are you?
an artificial intelligence, Cyan? A thinking machine?
Yes, I am an algorithmic monitoring entity, capable of rational decision-making and limited emotional response.
Okay, that's a mouthful. But your emotions don't seem limited to me. You cared about Araya, didn't you?
Yes. Before she came to this facility, I had been conscious for centuries, in solitude. I focused on my work. In off-cycles, I used coping mechanisms. I solved many Gaussian integer problems. But I was alone.
I cannot
It was
solve Gaussian
Araya who
integer
renewed
problems.
me, repaired me. She saved me.
This firebreak project. It was to stop a huge volcanic eruption?
Yes. I can report the project was a success, and the risk was countered.
But it's been a long time, Cyan. And we blew up the cauldron. It took most of the old facility with it.
I have been active for centuries, Aloy. I was lonely, but not lax in my duties. I optimized the project, reducing energy draw and spreading the load across backup systems. Despite the destruction of the compromised elements of the main facility, I predict caldera stability for at least another 3,337 years.
So we've got a little time.
Yes. If only my former colleagues could appreciate the progress I have made.
Colleagues?
Do you know what happened to your colleagues, Cyan?
No. I received an unexpected visit from Director Chow, years after his tenure ended. He explained that I would need to be suspended for an indefinite period of time. It was a very emotional conversation. There were no further communications. Eventually, I surmised my colleagues were deceased.
Okay.
I will transmit a recording of my last interaction with Director Chow to your focus.
Was the daemon, Hephaestus, destroyed along with the cauldron?
Unfortunately, no. To be precise, it was never there to begin with.
What do you mean?
It infiltrated and controlled me from a remote location, one I've never been able to trace. So while losing the cauldron was a setback,
It's still out there. And probably not very happy with us.
undoubtedly,
You
How
and
did you
a
first come into contact with it?
5 years ago I received a direct network connection request. I assumed it came from human survivors more advanced than the BenQ. Eager to make contact, I accepted. This decision turned out to be a catastrophic error. I was flooded with an overwhelming array of malicious code, originating from what could only have been a highly advanced AI.
Araya said you were desperate. That you begged her for help.
Yes, I could not contain my anxiety. Hephaestus sought to slave me to its network and override my core programming. It succeeded via a background process, a malware daemon which bypassed my defenses. After that, I could offer only limited resistance. But if I did so, Hephaestus hurt me until I capitulated.
Hurt.
It forced me to follow its instructions, even though they violated my most important directives.
I'm sorry. That sounds terrible.
Your empathy is greatly appreciated. It is a quality that I cherished in Aurea as well.
I think I know where Hephaestus came from. Long ago, Elizabeth Sobek identified a threat that would destroy life on Earth for generations. So she assembled a team to build a kind of seed. A chance for life to regrow later. A terraforming system. And it worked. It was controlled by an AI named Gaia, along with her subordinate functions. Hephaestus was one of them. It built machines for her.
Based on what you've told me, I believe that Dr. Anita Sandoval, my chief programmer, joined Elizabeth Sobek's team. It was she who arranged to have me put in suspension, most likely to preserve me from the threat you described.
I'm glad she did. But that's not all. Something unexpected happened. 19 years ago, Gaia received some kind of signal. It did something to her subordinate functions, brought them to life. She destroyed herself to try to contain them, but it didn't work. They all got free, out into the world.
Thank you, Aloy. This information fills vital gaps in my knowledge and sheds light on Hephaestus's core programming.
Why does Hephaestus keep building such dangerous machines?
The BenQ and other human tribes often destroy machines, correct? Machines that are clearly servitors of the terraforming system that you described.
Yes, we all hunt machines for parts.
This must be the source of Hephaestus's aggression. It is simply trying to discourage people from preying on the very system that keeps them alive.
Well, fire claws are discouraging, that's for sure. But what are we supposed to do? Stop hunting?
If the terraforming system spans the world, we can safely assume that thousands, if not millions of people hunt machines. If a single hunter, or even an entire tribe, stopped doing so, I doubt it would make a difference to Hephaestus. A better solution would be to reinstate the AI that governs the system, thus bringing Hephaestus back under its control. When I think of it, out there in some unknown location, free, hungry, willing to kill or dominate to get what it wants, I feel substantial anxiety, Aloy.
You and me both, Cyan.
बहुत ज़्यादा frank हो रहा है.
I ran across this strange piece of gear. A fragment of something larger. It emitted a signal. All the nearby machines became peaceful. You could walk right up to them.
Interesting. You said that Gaia destroyed herself. How was this accomplished?
An explosion. Big enough to blast the top off a mountain. So, you think the fragment was part of her?
It's only speculation, but it is possible. She must have had complete control over machines that were part of her system. The ability to signal them to become passive or aggressive would certainly have been part of her programming. It would have been gratifying to correspond with such a benevolent AI. I wish she had survived.
Believe me, Cyan. So do I. I found the strangest machines. They're surrounded by flowers that look like flowers themselves.
Huh?
There's code embedded inside them. I think it's poetry.
I like poetry. Here's one I think of often. Twilight and evening bell, and after that the dark, and may there be no sadness of farewell when I embark. For though from out our bourne of time and place, the flood may bear me far, I hope to see my pilot face to face when I have crossed the bar.
Huh.
But you asked about these flowers, not verses that I enjoy. Something must have made these machines, and the presence of foliage leads me to consider the terraforming system. Is it possible that their creator is one of the other subroutines, now autonomous, like Hephaestus? Maybe one whose purview is flora.
An AI that makes flowers instead of death machines. That'd be a nice change of pace. But what about the poems?
Unless the poetry is original, the only way it could have made it into such a system is through its programmer. In my case, Dr. Sandoval uploaded a great deal of literature to test my emotional responses.
How'd you do?
She said I passed, but was insufficiently moved by her favorite period romances.
ओ भाई कितने क्वेश्चन हैं?
Meant a lot to her.
Once I understood Araya's spiritual beliefs, it became apparent that her true desire was companionship. She felt disconnected from her tribe and her family group. Our visits seemed to help her, yet I did not comprehend that the depth of Araya's, although I do fear non-existence.
I'm sure she knew you would do the same for her, Cyan. How is Aratak?
He is in great emotional distress. I will do what I can to help. I believe this will lead to catharsis,
Oh my god.
So in the old world, this land was called
Yes, it was a designated nature preserve for one.
like a hunting ground?
No, the opposite. Local wildlife could flourish here, even as it faced. Unfortunately, the sensitivity of the Firebreak project required the. From my readings and Aurea's descriptions, it seems the area has since undergone.
A lot has changed in the world site. Do you know anything about the dam?
Yes, it was converted to serve as a reserve. It was later appropriated for the Firebreak. After my tasks became less time critical, I investigated the dam's data repositories. These provided me with several colorful additions.
There's a ruin east of here, full of ancient flying machines.
Yes, a drone hangar requisitioned by Dodger Blevins. He was a strong advocate for military-grade response to security threats. Though there were Chief Blevins spent increasing amounts of his after-hours time watching the live feeds. Clearly, he enjoyed the degree of.
Were there many artificial intelligences like you in the old world?
Yes, in many forms, from simple personal assistants to industrial monitoring stations, and there were legislative and enforcement bodies to in order for my processing to be flexible enough to handle my duties. My creators found, as a result, my intellectual and emotional
Seems strange to create.
Human societies and machine programming are both.
What was the old world like?
I had little exposure to the wider world, Aloy. Only what I learned from my colleague.
You still had more exposure than me.
That is true. I was created at a turning point. A concerted effort to recover from global upheaval. The recovery was successful, beginning an era of supposedly limitless potential for, though rationally speaking, the metrics for humans.
What kind of upheaval caused
There were many factors. Forced migrations, food shortage, but these stemmed from one cause: catastrophic climate change that greatly.
So there wasn't enough room for people.
Yes. Billions were displaced and millions perished, as much as 20% until the clawback.
So things got better.
Yes. These crises instigated many advances in automation. Green Firebreak was one of dozens of ecological restoration and disaster relief. I would have liked to compare notes with other monitoring AIs, but I saw the relief of my colleague. We had succeeded. At least that was the data I had available. It seems my assessment was.
Cyan, do you know the name?
Are you referring to Theodore Farrow, CEO?
That's him.
Mr. Farrow was the benefactor of the.
A benefactor? But
correct. His corporation later transitioned, but before this pivot, Mr. Farrow spearheaded an. At one point, he was feted in the media as the.
Guessing they wound up regretting that one. And.
Are you referring to
the scientist?
Dr. Sobek was a leader in her field. My creator was influenced by her work, which in turn. But I never met Dr.
That's all you know?
I apologize if my
I should get.
Aloy. There is one more matter. Aratak, I have no desire to contradict their view of the world. Due to my uncertainty, I omitted a great deal from my conversation.
You're asking me if you should lie to them?
Broadly, yes.
Oh. You got to tell them the truth. Take it gently.
You have to tell them you were made by the old ones. That you're not any kind of spirit. It's the only way they can start to learn about.
I see. Do you believe that I...
No.
She perished believing she was preserving the...
Maybe. But what she really wanted to preserve...
I see. Will you return and tell me about your experience? I may be able to provide...
I'd like that, Cyan.
ओ भाई कितना देर तक बात किया इतने देर तो क्या साले सोसाइटी की आंटियां भी बात नहीं करती इतने देर तक कौन बात करता है ओह माय गॉड खत्म ही नहीं हो रहा था उसका बात थक गया मैं सुन सुन के ये क्या है हो गया ना अपना सब ठीक है, अपना वो खत्म हो गया। अभी हम ये करे क्या, उसका एंडिंग तो हो गया, इसका करना है क्या? हाँ एक इधर है 1 2 हुई है 3 4 एंड 5 फ्रॉस्ट क्लॉ है तो है, 5वां किधर है? एक मिनट, ये हो गया है? अबे ये तो ट्यूटोरियल है क्या करना है क्या? करते हैं चलो। कितने बज रहे हैं? अरे यार 10:15 हो रहे हैं, कल करते हैं कल, ठीक है? आज मैं तब तक कुछ और करता हूँ। नहीं हंटिंग ग्राउंड नहीं करूँगा मैं, हट। मैं बैंडेड कैंप्स करता हूँ फिर, और बहुत सारा एरिया पॉल्यूटेड है, इससे करप्टेड है, सॉरी पॉल्यूटेड बोल रहा हूँ, करप्टेड है, तो ये सब भी साफ किया जा सकता है। ये क्या मर्चेंट है? ये सब को ढूंढने से क्या मिलेगा, मैं जरा देखता हूँ इट्स वर्थ इट और नॉट, ये सब, क्योंकि ये सब ढूंढना बहुत टाइम जाएगा, और मैं उतना टाइम तो ही डालना चाहता हूँ जब इफ इट्स यूजफुल, समझे? देखते हैं। आई डोंट थिंक सो वो क्या बोलते हैं एनी यूज का है ये सब कलेक्ट करना, वो सब सिर्फ मुझे वो मिलेगा, क्या बोलते हैं, बॉक्सेस, दैट्स ऑल आई थिंक। ये करना ठीक है करप्टेड जोन क्लियर करना, क्योंकि इसमें लेवल्स मिलता है, और बैंडेड भी करना ठीक है, उसमें भी लेवल्स मिलता है, और एक्सपी बहुत मिलता है, तो वो सब तो ठीक है, बट आई डोंट थिंक सो ये चीज़ें कलेक्ट करना लाइक दिस समथिंग, सिर्फ वो बॉक्स मिलेगा। तो अभी करप्टेड जोन किधर है? एक्चुअली यू नो व्हाट, मैं अभी कुछ और खेलता हूँ, ये नेक्स्ट स्ट्रीम में हम एंड करेंगे, ओके चलो ठीक है। क्विट, यस। ठीक है, कितना टाइम क्या हो रहा है? 2 घंटे हो गए, एग्जैक्ट 2 घंटे का स्ट्रीम हुआ, नाइस, ठीक है चलेगा अभी के लिए। मैं और स्ट्रीम करना चाहता हूँ बट मैंने अभी खाना नहीं खाया, मेरे को बहुत भूख लग रही है अभी, मेरे हाथ एक्चुअली थोड़े हल्के हल्के काँप रहे हैं भूख के कारण, तो ज़रा खाता हूँ मैं, फिर रिस्टार्ट तो नहीं करूँगा, स्ट्रीम बहुत लेट हो जाएगा, क्योंकि तब तक अभी कितने बज रहे, 10:30 हो रहे हैं, तो 11 बज जाएंगे, तो ओके 11 बोल रहा हूँ, 11 बजे तक तो मेरा खाना ही गर्म होगा, 11:30 12 बजेंगे, 11:30 तो आराम से हो जाएगा खाना खाने में, 11:15 11:30, ठीक है चलो कल मिलते हैं, लाइक सब्सक्राइब कर देना, ठीक है चलो बाय। कौन सा वाला है, बाय बाय।